Oh, Ronnie,
Yes?
the end of the world is coming.
When?
Tomorrow.
That's not good for me.
I'll tell you more in a moment. As of this date that we are recording this episode, it has been predicted that the world will end on November the 19th. There is yet another prediction that the world will end. Conspiracy theorists are reportedly claiming that on November 19th, a large planetary object called Nibiru will destroy the Earth. I don't make this stuff up.
You know what? I'm going to tell my wife not to buy that dog food until maybe Monday. I think we can last till then.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, the dog will be fine.
Yeah, of course, there's no reason to believe that this is actually the case.
What?
Tabloids are reporting story after story that Nibiru may bring about the apocalypse.
Oh, boy.
A fixation with the apocalypse has never been too far off the public consciousness.
Uh-huh.
And in 2017, fears about nuclear escalation have propelled that obsession into a more acceptable sphere of public discourse.
Talk. So, although the world will, in all likelihood, still exist on November 20th, and you know what, if it doesn't, I don't think we need to worry about this episode too much.
No.
So, you know what, we can just phone it in from here.
Yeah.
Who cares?
No one's going to see this anyway on the 20th. The world won't be here.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Can you get us some lobster?
I should have bought my lotto tickets last week.
Yeah, because you won't see the next one.
No,
it's that Nibiru thingy. I think it's real.
Yeah. Well, and there's another one too.
There is?
Yeah, the volcano at Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, holy cow!
Is periodically the subject of apocalypse stories in the news. When asked why that is, geologist Christy Till told Newsweek she thinks there's a tendency to associate Yellowstone with death and destruction.
Maybe Jellystone.
I've never associated Yellowstone with death and destruction.
I've never thought. It never crossed my mind.
Never for me either. That tendency may come from the seemingly high frequency of earthquakes.
Oh, that's true.
That take place at the Yellowstone National Park.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, the idea of a giant pool of lava lying dormant under the national park is a little disconcerting.
I suppose to some.
Yeah.
But the super eruptions, I had those when I was younger, that are feared and sometimes incorrectly reported as imminent events have historically happened hundreds of thousands of years apart. Perhaps the fear of the consequences of such a super eruption, including a blanket of ash that could imperil life on Earth if such an event came to pass, makes it so gripping. And if when one does appear to be developing, odds are the USGS, United States Geological Society, which monitors Yellowstone, but not Jellystone, like a hawk, not a bird of prey, will have more than a fair bit of warning.
So we got that going for us.
So, okay,
which is
so
nice.
There's one more thing that we need to be worried about. Nuclear war.
I agree.
As Peter Beinart writes, fear of all-out nuclear war, believed to have been relegated to the generations that lived through the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1960s and the Cold War, have entered back into public discourse.
The situation is fraught and nuanced, as Beinart writes, devoid of any real historical precedent.
All right.
Nuclear weapons powers have very rarely engaged in direct military conflict. Setting aside the many U.S.-Soviet proxy battles during the Cold War, the only precedent is brief, non-nuclear war clashes between China and Russia in 1969 and India and Pakistan in 1999. A nuclear war in the sense of an exchange of nuclear weapons between countries has never been fought.
Yet,
history is thus of limited help in understanding the stakes of the current standoff between the United States and North Korea. As a result, nobody is quite sure what to make of the Trump administration's rhetoric, let alone the Kim government's blustery warnings of imminent nuclear Armageddon.
We're just full. Good morning, everybody.
And I will give you this. That dude over there, he is legitimately crazy.
So the crazy dude is a crazy dude?
That one is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is full on cuckoo to Cocoa Puffs.
And that brings us to giant asteroid. Any mention of asteroids seems to conjure the idea that they're about to hit the Earth.
I had asteroids once, and it was really painful.
What'd you take for that?
It
Because
was
I have them
painful
now.
to sit down.
Was it?
Yeah.
They're not painful. No, they are. And itchy.
Yeah.
And anyway, but even if asteroids strike...
Every time I hear the word, I smile, though.
Even if asteroid strikes are unlikely and almost certainly not going to destroy all life on Earth, they've had some pretty big consequences for our planet in the past. Most famously, they were the cause of the mass extinction that wiped out all of the dinosaurs, allegedly. Recent research showed that the asteroid had only a 13% chance of exterminating the dinosaurs, which it did, allegedly.
Last year, NASA and FEMA held a series of joint exercises to prepare for the hypothetical possibility of an asteroid striking Earth. It's not a matter of if, but when we will deal with such a situation. Unlike any other time in our history, we now have the ability to respond to an impact threat through continued observations, predictions, and response planning and mitigation.
Oh, and Bruce Willis.
There is that. And so far, no surveillance systems have turned up any sign of Nibiru.
You know, sometimes those things are sneaky.
It could just come out of nowhere.
You don't see it 1 minute, and boom, asteroid.
It's probably hiding in a black hole.
Wipes out everything you know.
Yeah, it's in a black hole. That's
Yeah.
what it is. That's
Now,
why you don't see it.
What we're saying is this is supposed to happen tomorrow for us,
Mhm.
on the day we're recording this.
Yeah.
And I really am busy tomorrow.
I'd have to move some things around before I could deal with an end of world situation.
What, just to see if we're on the same page, what time would be good for the end of the world for you tomorrow?
Oh boy, after dinner would be okay.
Well, what time do you guys eat dinner? Because we don't really eat dinner till like 7.
Yeah, 7-ish.
7-ish?
Yeah.
Huh. Let me just check real quick.
Check your calendar.
End of the world.
Let's see here. Oh.
I got roller skating tomorrow.
Huh. Yeah, it's going to have to be after dinner for me. Yep.
All right. Okay, so the end of the world is coming.
After 7, though.
We're hoping, because otherwise it's just going to ruin our day. Nobody needs that.
No.
So, there you go. Some incredibly positive news. Thanks, conspiracy theorists.
Yes.
We appreciate your efforts.
Yes.
This has been another episode of Men Are So Smart. We hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button. All of our information is below, including our sponsors, Trico Welding Supplies of Woodland and Sacramento, plus Capital Mobile Brake Service, who have a very good special going on for the holidays. Please check it out below and get a hold of them. Can I ask you, do you plan this every time I come over here?
The leaf blower.
Yeah.
It's going full blast.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but it sounds good.
All right. Well, that'll do it for Men Are So Smart. See you next time. It's not good for me. It's just not going to work.
It doesn't work.
All right.
I can move some stuff around.
Well, how can you be free in the morning just for a few minutes?
For the end of the world, I don't know. If it could be closer to like 10 p.m., it'd be better.
I know some people. I'll talk to them.
See what you can do.
I think we could probably squeeze it in around 10.
All right.
But again, we'll have to move stuff around just for you.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
Yep. That means no more football.
I'm not watching football anyway.